searched for weeks, but had no luck in finding.
One really deep pocket, got like 28. For the most part, super shallow. These are the dogs that were actually barking that Sadie had actually recognized and knew this property because they would come over this property. So that's what brings us over to this side of the river. And for a dog to swim the width of this river after 2 days of being spotted on the other side, I mean, just none of this makes sense, Doug. I don't know. None of it makes sense.
Yes, His Majesty Estes has awoken in the Jade Forest, and so the ignorant
Some
shall
days,
face their
it just don't happen. Now, my uncle, though, he's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes, and now he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reach an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about
Something we keep being drawn to why was Sadie here, and with that, the way that Texas is acting right now, the little speckled dog is going pretty crazy over there. Yeah, it almost like the dog's never been in the water, but almost like the dog was like, hey, I know something's out there. Sadie was swimming in the river here. Sadie wanted to get over here. I don't have the answer. For some reason, maybe all speculation, was Tammy on this side. Vehicle goes in. Sadie ends up in the river. Look at it. That is roughly 12 feet long, roughly 3-4 feet tall. Okay, we're that far out, so triangulate me. I'm right there across from that, kind of right in line with that. We're right over the top of it. There's a magnet. Yeah, throw the magnet. Let's just see if that's magnetized. Yeah, you're dropping right down. So you should be right on it right now. I don't know if you lock onto anything. This 1, 9, 10, 11, 12 feet. Just bouncing. No lock? No lock. I'm not on anything though. I feel soft bottom. Okay, so I'm dragging you right dead center over the top of it right now. I wasn't on the ground. Okay, so you're pulling, but it's pulling off magnet. Huh? It's magnet. Feel it. It's magnet. It's no, that's not metal. Like an old dock. So what's happening is you're just dragging to the edge, just catching this edge, and then you're pulling off the edge. Okay. Like if it was metal, like we would pull and it would lock on, and it would not move. Yeah, it's an old dock. So, hold on. We got a bone in here. No, we have metal. Bone. Is that a windshield? I don't know, Doug. Let's put the magnet back down there again. So do it again. I'll show people your magnet. So that's the magnet bouncing. Bounce, yep. Nice and shiny. You should be hitting it right now. You should be making contact, so you should feel it. But what I'm looking at is something underneath of it is kind of my concern as well as, the river sand, 3 years, something else running into it possibly, and jamming everything up. Yeah. you're off of it now.
Yeah.
95, 98% ruling it out.
I like that.
In there, there's an object that is, 6 to 7 feet wide, 9 to 10 feet long. However, it doesn't have any shape of, a vehicle, in my opinion. We went over it several times. What was really strange about it, though, is, we did drop the magnet on it several times, and in doing so, it was never a solid lock, like a piece of, like a vehicle would for the metal, or for the magnet. But what was really weird was not just a piece of metal. So look at that. We actually ended up with a bone that we brought up that was wedged into the metal with this attached to the magnet and everything that we brought up. So I'm not saying that has anything to do with Tammy. I'm just saying that we found a bone with a piece of metal on an object in a deep hole, but I don't believe it to be a vehicle. So where that puts us now, Bob, is that I think that, going into day 3, I think that we need to, let's go ahead and meet up with the sheriff tomorrow. I think that tomorrow also, we went to, the reason why we recorded this is so we can continue to put the message out there as well. And that's the big thing, to Jared. We want to keep Tammy alive in this until she's found. And with that, let's bring the media into it. We kind of talked about that on day 1, but I don't think on day 1 it was quite the right time yet because he's not, he's got to go for the area yet. So now that we have 2 full days in, let's bring as much coverage to this, so that way we'll be like, hey, you know what? Jared and Sam are in the area right now. Doug's in the area. Do we have a big search going on? Who else may have, let's put that reminder out there because somebody 3 years ago and somebody a year ago may never even seen or heard anything on the news about it. So we may go to the triggers.
That was my hope out of your visit here. The dream was to be able to find Tammy, but if we couldn't find her, at least to generate some publicity and to encourage people to be aware that 2.5 years later here, I see people, you never found your wife, so just to make sure that we keep that search and that thought alive in the community, and then hopefully that somebody that wasn't aware even before would speak up, and maybe all we're just looking for is just something, the phone call that, I don't know if this means anything, but, it would be enough just to send us down the right.
I think look as you're going around though, there might be some areas on the other side of the lake.
There's good people out there that if you offered $100, they would come forward with information. It's like, is it $50,000, $100? What is that? That's it. Looking at, I kind of separated those into mediums, psychics, and dreamers, and the different people that just have visions that want to help and just trying to give us a clue of what to look for. And it's
probably start looking for that
I'm a
sonar.
born skeptic with some of that, but it's just too eerie that there was a lot of similarities in their in what they had what they were seeing, envisioning. And one of them is that Tammy was not in the water. She was near water and had been wet, but not wet anymore. But I just we've driving around on some roads that we would do in the summer that